I pressed the button. We're technically live.
We're live.
Technically, hold on one second. Let me actually make sure it's true. I forget, like when you press the go live button, you have to open 1,000
I see you.
windows.
I see you. Oh, the quality looks great. And
Okay,
now
yeah, we are live.
Okay, now how do I bust out the chat?
So let me make you a chat mod as well. I think about it.
Go back to chat.
Say something in chat and I'll mod you.
Test. I am
Okay.
Sabot6.
Oh, that's cool. That's not what I wanted though. I wanna block you yet.
Hop out chat. That's what I want.
Okay, you've been modded now. So you should have, when you pop chat out, you should see some chat privileges at the bottom. Like you can slow chat down, or if someone is a dork, you can delete their messages.
Got you. Got you. All right, now I'm going to minimize that video so I don't look at it. Marco has made me moderator of the channel. You know what they say, Marco?
I don't know what they say.
Be the one who moves, not the one who is moved.
Yeah. Some people do say that.
That's a Destiny pun.
Oh, we're online. I can't say it now, but I started watching John Wick 4.
Ooh, and what do you think?
Have you seen it?
No, dude. I watched part. Okay, I watched part of John Wick 2, and then I was like,
too much, too many dogs.
No, I was like, I need to catch up for sure.
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything then.
All right, so now I want to take the Twitch URL, right?
Yeah.
And share it, right?
Yeah, I'll do the same thing.
All right, who's gonna do what properties here?
Actually, you should probably do Twitter.
Well, I was gonna RT you.
Oh, then I'll do Twitter then.
Yeah, that way we can grow your audience as well.
It's all right. I don't need an audience. I have nothing worth saying.
You are the audience.
Oh, we had the what were we gonna? Oh, you know what? I messed up last time. That's okay, actually. It says fresh install on a laptop. The whole time we were streaming, it was like Marco's in his garage doing garage things. It didn't actually change the stream title.
Yeah, you need to change it.
Now it says Universal Blue, fresh install on a laptop. I'll make the change so it says ARM.
Yeah. Then we could share it.
Yeah. I keep forgetting to do that before I get in here. What were we saying? It was like what, silver blue on ARM?
No, universal blue, baby.
Yeah.
I wanted to say will it blend? And then I'm going to go on Hachyderm.
Linux is already tagged. Done. Stream info updated, apparently. Refresh real quickly. Yeah, okay. Stream info should be updated. So if you refresh the homepage, it should say Universal Blue.
Yeah, it did it live. So now I want to click the share button, copy URL. We are live. There's that picture of you where I thought that was your head this whole time, and years later I find out that was somebody else's brain.
Oh, the hair in the back?
Yeah, the little hair on top.
You know who took that picture?
Who? Antonio?
No. Oh, his name. I have his handle. M Techie.
M.I. Techie. Rick Harding.
Yeah, Rick Harding took that picture. That's in South Africa, man. That's such a long time ago. That's in South Africa, man. All right, I just tweeted it as well. But yeah, that little hair bob, that's someone else's head this whole time. It took me a long time to realize that. I had to like zoom in and be like, what was my hair doing?
Yeah.
Why am I so broken? Oh, wait, did it do the thing where no one can reply? Hold on one second. This Twitter. Freaking Twitter. Freaking Twitter. No, okay, anyone can reply. All right, yeah, sorry, tweet out.
All right. The silver blue working.
Did I spell something wrong?
Yeah, you called it silver blue. It's supposed to be universal blue.
Dang it. Let me hold on. Let me. Don't retweet it. Don't retweet it.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
So bad at this game. I'm live with Castro Joe.
Yep.
That's you. Last I checked.
That is I am
if we
he.
Get a freshly minted arm. Universal blue. Working.
Or if you do, well, you blue dot it is a nice shortcut though. Also. But if you have a nice,
we
short...
just spent this whole time getting this new domain. I'm not doing that.
Ain't no one got time. Yes, I'm here, Runsan. Runsan, did I get that right? How you doing? Hey, is my camera?
Oh, your
missing?
image just went away. One second. I got you.
There we go. Yeah.
I'll get that OBS back. I can't minimize your window, so you're always gonna be here.
That is fine. That
there
is fine.
He's back. I tried to hide him, but he found his way back in again.
Thanks to Equinix Metals.
We're gonna, for those joining the stream, we're getting started in just a few minutes. You haven't missed anything except just us getting sound checked. Beep, boop, boop, boop. All right, let me know when you're ready, man.
We have 80 wonderful AR64 cores to play with.
Well, we do, but not in this machine.
But not tonight. Let's see what happens.
Here we have 8 Apple M2 cores because I got the cheapest machine I could get.
Let's see. Is my face missing again?
Yeah, hold on. I'm working on it. I'm getting it back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
It's a little. I'm just reorganizing my whole setup here. So you should be here. You should be back.
Yeah, the production quality is improving each time we do this stream.
Incrementally.
Slowly
improving. All right, cool. If you're ready, we can get started.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get started if you're not, because it's take a few minutes to install Fedora. So
yep.
I'm gonna. Hey, everyone, Marco, Cheppy, George Castro. We're gonna install. So I'll talk while I do this whole VM stuff. But someone opened an issue. Someone opened.
So we're on OS 10 right now. This looks very OS 10 to me.
No, this doesn't look like Universal Blue to you.
No, I just want to tell everyone what we're starting with. You literally went to the store.
I did.
Bought a Mac, and just turned it on.
Yes, I turned it on about 2 hours ago. Let me run this NeoFetch again. I ran down to my local Apple store and I bought the cheapest MacBook Air I could get. I tweeted a couple days ago. I was like, I need an ARM machine, and lots of good suggestions, but they all take too long to get here. So I might get like a Pinebook Pro or something else as like an ARM machine. And I didn't want to use a Raspberry Pi because it's so obtuse to like write an OS to them. Like you have to write it onto like an SD card with their own custom SD fetcher. And I wanted to grab an ISO and just boom, like ARM it.
Yeah.
So I bought one of these. I bought it 2 hours and 11 minutes ago is when it first booted up. Someone opened an issue a couple weeks ago about ARM support. And so that kind of started us down this whole lane. And last week, I think. Yeah, last week I built the first universal blue cut of an ARM image, but I have no way to test it. So today we're going to test to see if it actually works. I don't know. We're going to give it a go, and I'm going to show you how we're going to boot that up. So I'm using this tool called UTM. I literally Googled virtual machines on Mac, and I didn't want to do Parallels or VirtualBox or VMware Fusion. I found this, which is a free app, which seemed cool. And it's UTM, it's nice. It uses like the native Mac stuff, but it also has the ability to emulate x86 architectures. So I'll create a new VM. So yeah, you can do the emulate here, or you can virtualize, which we're going to virtualize, which is the native ARM core on a virtualized Linux, and I already downloaded the ISO here.
So we're not going on the Metal today.
We're not going on Metal today. We're just going to do it in a VM, but
Got you.
it's close to Metal. Like it's going to be an ARM machine.
Right.
The ISO you have to grab if you want to play with ARM yourself is the Fedora Silverblue 37 OS tree ISO. That's the one you have to start with. There is no 38 ISO for AArch64, but they have some issues here. You can read about it. So let's go ahead and finish this setup here. Open this ISO. Continue. We'll give it 4 gigs of RAM and, I don't know, 4 cores? Should be enough, right? Yeah. All right. Continue. No, not 664. We'll do like a 25 gig root disk. Next. No shared paths. Name.
So pretend I'm a PC guy. Actually, I'll wait for you to.
All right, I'm gonna just kick this. Okay, and then I guess I press play. Okay.
Now,
okay.
as a PC guy, like, how do Mac people do this? They burn USB sticks, or like, how would you install this on Metal?
Oh, I have no idea. I imagine you'd use Boot Camp. Like if I'm thinking of like Macs from 10 years ago, if you wanted to install Windows on your Intel Mac when they switch over to Intel from PPC from Little Indian, like you used Boot Camp. You like dual boot your machine. But I don't know how you do it now. I'm not like an avid Mac user. I'm mostly Linux and Windows, but install Fedora 37. So I don't know.
Because I'm wondering, like, do we make ISOs? I don't know anything about ARM. Because I don't have the hardware.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because there's a Windows ARM 64 ISO.
Oh, okay, all right.
And like I wanted to get the Surface Pro X, the ARM version of the Surface
with the kickstand.
Yeah.
I wanted one. Yeah.
But
because that's a nice sweet
reliable.
spot.
Yeah.
On price. Yeah.
All right. So,
this is Fedora 37.
Yeah, so I'm gonna full screen this. We should still see it pop up over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in. Don't want to. I'm on the Mac, but I'm in a virtual machine. Next.
Yeah. Let's be clear that we are testing the validity of our image.
Yeah. Before I burn it onto the hardware and.
Yeah, and then
have to deal with all that.
And then you're doomed. Yeah.
I'm committed then, and that is the goal. Like I would love to turn this into a universal blue, specifically a Bluefin DX. On the hardware Linux install, but I think that's like maybe another stream. This is just I don't even know if this image works. Yeah. I'll be honest, I've no clue.
Man. All right. Well, we're about to find out.
So this is gonna run for a few minutes.
How do we make these images? How do we make this? Because GitHub runners don't give you ARM builders.
No, they don't. So this was I'm gonna go back to this. I'm gonna make this bigger because I realize it might not look very good on the stream. But so someone asked this back at May 17th, whoever you are, great question. I have an image I want you to test that might actually be good after this.
They're pretty famous. That's like the co-creator of Calico.
I know. I'm being facetious. So we hooked up with who someone reached out from Equinix Metal. Who was it again?
Yeah. So I was like, hey, I don't know anything about ARM. Who do I know at ARM? And then you added Equinix. Yeah. I said, Ed, how does one get builders? And he goes, actually, Equinix has an open source program you can apply for. So we did. Took about a week. And we got the machine, 80 cores. It's an Ampere. What's the model number?
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Yeah. It has 80 cores. And the trick for us will be to be able to automate all the building that we're doing with Universal Blue on that ARM machine all at once.
Right. So let me find I got the hardware deploy on demand. It's their instance type that they gave us was a C3.large.ARM64, which is a Ampere Ultra Q80-30. So it's an 80 core processor at 2.8 gigahertz, 256 gigs of RAM, 2 NVMe drives at a terabyte each, and then 25 gigabit a second NICs, 2 of them. So like it is. Nice. It is a real legit server. It's awesome. It's super powerful.
What kind of network interconnects? Just curious.
Kind of network? I mean, it's like.
Is it like 10 gigs?
No, it's 25 gig NICs.
Nice.
Yeah, no,
how many NICs?
2.
Nice.
So
All right.
when not building images, we can definitely farm out some real content. But in actuality, the way the Equinix Metal program works is they give you basically credits. So it's up to us to how we figure out how to spend these credits. And so the big thing is that these ARM machines are pretty expensive to run. Like advertised rates in the US is something like $250 an hour plus on their site. So
okay, that's $2.50.
$2.50 an hour
per hour, and that's considered expensive.
I mean, compared to like, yes. I mean,
yeah, okay.
For what you're getting, no, it's a great price to get an ARM server. But like, as a small open source project, that is expensive.
Sure, because how long does it take builds?
I think builds through GitHub. If you're just doing one build through, it's like 15 minutes, I guess, from start to finish.
Okay.
All like right. The merge queue for things is about 13 to 15 minutes. So
yep.
What I'm planning on doing with this is, and what I'm working on now, I guess, is to make our credits go further, is doing like on-demand building. So the idea is that we'll get like a request to build an ARM image. If the server isn't started, it'll boot up and provision a server. It'll then write all the commands down to run and build the actual ARM images, push them, and then after like 5 minutes or 10 minutes of idle, it'll turn the server off, which won't incur any more cost for us. So instead of running it idle for 23 hours out of the day, we'll run it for 1 hour a day and extend the life of our credits for a lot further.
And as a result, we'll probably do cron only for ARM builds.
Oh yeah,
so unless we're in heavy development.
Right. So we do per merge into main and on pull requests, we build full images of everything, test stuff. This will very much likely be like if you make a change to fix an ARM image, unless it's like an emergency patch, it'll just wait till the next day to build, and we'll kind of build on like a scheduled cadence versus an on-demand, which at the popularity and the frequency in which we update Universal Blue, probably have it run in half the day anyways, just because lots of little PRs come in to add packages and tweak and fix things. So yeah, we want to keep the runtime down to a reasonable cost to extend our runway. And eventually, like the goal would be to absolutely do ARM images for on-demand builds, but to start, we'll do nightly kind of builds.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, during development, I think we'll have a method to fire it off, right?
Like, yeah, we'll find I'll build like a big red button that's like do the build.
Yeah. So Marco, let's wrap it up. Summarize it for me. Are you saying?
So yeah, it finished installing, but it rebooted from the ISO.
Oh,
I
so
think
you
I
gotta
need
disconnect
to
that.
eject the ISO. Is that this button? Nope. What's this one do? Capture input device? No, it's this one. Drive images. Yeah, okay. Eject the CD drive, and then let me just reboot.
I don't know anything about Macs.
This isn't a Mac thing. So what was your question? Sorry. I mean, I got you. Ooh.
I was like, don't forget your FireWire. No, I'm just kidding. So what are we going to get Universal Blue images for all of our desktops? Like, will I be able to buy a Mac, rebase to hopefully have an ISO, pick whatever Universal Blue image I have on the Mac, and then have that work?
That's definitely the goal, and not just the Mac, but any ARM machine. Just rebasing the Silver Blue or to Kino White or to Cercia or to any of those, and I think to an extent, eventually open it up to downstream image builders to allow them to kind of like have some way to get them to also be able to build ARM images if they don't have ARM hardware. So like a Bluefin build with ARM, would be great
for sure.
And
I'm gonna get that DX going.
Yeah, exactly, and then
because
over time, like if you're in your own fork, not in the Universal Blue GitHub org, potentially finding a way to also give you build time on here to be like, hey, apply to go get build time for ARM if you have an ARM need for your spin, if you don't have ARM hardware available.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to be able to have like a way to run the same builder, kind of like how we're doing for the Forge stuff. Like if you got a Raspberry Pi or some SoC with an ARM 64 chip in it, use that as your builder instead, like your own personal builder for sure.
Right. So this got really interesting. All of a sudden, we're taking Asahi's upstream enablement that goes into Linux, that goes into Fedora, and then it's consumed by Silverblue, and then we modify Silverblue using OCI containers to get you, and I looked this up today, Visual Studio Code on Linux has an ARM build, correct?
Yes.
So if you have a Mac, we can give you this, and you can have the same development experience as you do on a Mac.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because you're designing it for us.
And especially when it comes to like M1 and M2 Apple Silicon, like Asahi Linux has made the enablement for this completely possible. Like I don't know if this actually would have worked at all without.
Oh, it for sure wouldn't have worked.
The kernel, no. But like so what that means is like our ARM64 builds of Universal Blue, which build off of the Linux kernel and all the Silverblue and Fedora upstream stuff, and the work Asahi does, means Apple Silicon will work just as well as it does on any stock ARM V8 SoC or ARM machine itself. That's probably the more exciting thing of this. But
since it's Linux, there's no virtual machine jank, is there?
What do you mean?
Like if you're on OS 10 on that machine and you were doing your Visual Studio Code and stuff, you would be.
Oh yeah, you'd be
Docker
native.
runs in a VM, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's cool stuff. I've seen Colima, I think it's called, looks pretty dope.
Yeah, so you wouldn't need to use like I think Docker and them use like the Beehive virtualizer. I don't remember what the Mac.
Well, let's kick it off and then we'll find. Then we'll keep.
Yeah, so let's look at RPM. I'll make this a little bigger.
Yeah. Up.
Oh, hold on. It doesn't. Hold on. It doesn't work in. There we go.
Yeah, I was like, do you have a control key on your Mac?
It's very different to me. I'm trying. Thanks. If you're a normal Apple user, I'm sorry that I'm trying. So RPM OS tree status, we're on 37. Let's do a bunch of upgrades. So RPM OS tree cancel. We're going to go ahead and just go straight to this command here, which I posted last week. We did a one-off build, so this isn't up to date. This is a one-off build of 38-ARch64. I think eventually we'll use like container manifest so that when you type this in, it'll auto-pick ARch64 versus x86 or AMD 64, so you don't have to specify your architecture explicitly.
100%.
But today, to get this as this one-off build, even a testable state, we're here. So let's see. Cancel. I just canceling for sake of time. Get this all. Wait patiently.
I hate everything about this part. This is GNOME software thinking.
No, I mean it's like it makes sense. Like you first boot your machine, you're not immediately going to rebase. It's just going to do all the things that download and check for updates.
Well, the reason we do our service units is we handle that at the system level instead of having GNOME software send a dbus signal to this thing and then it's.
Oh, that's right. It's on 37, so I got the experimental flag.
Oh, that's right. Nice.
All right, so we'll let it pull down this manifest. I'll make this a little bigger for those in the back. Actually, I'll just full screen it here.
All right. And just a reminder, if you're joining new, this is a VM to see if it works. We're not sacrificing the metal yet. We'll announce. I think we should announce that one ahead of time.
I think we'll do a stream like we did for the Lenovo laptop we did last week, where I'll set up the out of band camera and we'll give it a go. I have to actually look up if it's possible just to wipe the metal, if I need to use Boot Camp, or if there's a new, better method.
Yeah.
Maybe someone in chat knows that uses the Mac. I don't know. I don't know what all the cool kids are doing.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, let's fix Linux so we can get our Mac friends back." And in order to do that, we had to go buy Macs. Congratulations, you played yourself, right?
Yeah.
All right, so these are layer standard business.
Yeah, so all these OS tree chunks are from the those are from the stuff that Timothy's building. And then it'll switch over from OS tree chunks to layers, and that's the stuff that we layered on top of the base OS tree Docker or container image. And
we're going from 37 to 38. So not only are we moving to Universal Blue, we are moving to 38. Correct. So that is a what do they call that? A diagonal upgrade?
Yeah, no, it's up and to the right. We're full tilt.
Always up and to. Speaking of up and to the right, what are images?
I don't know. You check the download numbers. They're creeping up fast.
Creeping up. Oh, I wish people would get fired up. Otherwise, KDE is just running away with this. Let me give you the.
Yeah, so here's while you're looking for that, here's that switch between OS tree chunk and layer. So these are all the layers that we've done on top of that. All the everything
Nice.
inside the container file for the silver blue, universal blue. All right, let's run it again, I guess. We had this problem last time, I think, where like the blob randomly failed to download. Well, this is kind of a different error.
Yeah, if you get a what's the error? Can you up the font size on that?
Is it? Oh, I can make it bigger.
Huh? That I haven't seen that one before.
Well,
I'd run it again.
I'm running it. Same error. Let me just Google this real quickly. Control C. All right, this looks like it's an error.
The top
occurs
one
when
looks like
rebasing,
yeah.
Okay. Processing deferred hard link. No such. Okay, so it's a closed issue from 2022. What's the resolution? Scroll to the bottom.
I wonder if you need to go to vanilla 38 for that. Shouldn't matter. Well,
Yeah.
also the feature was very 37 was not a fun time.
Looks like includes the fix, and I verified it works in RPM OS tree v2216. How do I see the version of
Dash version, I think, right?
RPM OS tree version? Okay, we're on 2022.13, so I should just be able to run an update.
Yep.
And get the latest version.
Yeah, and this will take a reboot as well.
Okay, so we'll let it run, reboot, and then we'll try it again after that. And
Yes.
hopefully that fixes it up or pulls in a newer version at least.
What you have learned is that Fedora doesn't refresh their ISOs.
I mean, all right, system cuddle. That was fast. System cuddle.
Because you downloaded all the stuff already, right?
Oh, wow, we were chalking. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
and
there's
the
a
feature,
good reason for that in the beginning.
it's when we kicked over to the stuff that we layered, which is the feature that was in progress in 37.
Yeah, let's see.
Where it got into trouble, so that makes sense.
See it
Yeah,
in
wouldn't it
output
be,
here?
dude, wouldn't it be great if we can do pure vanilla Fedora images, ISOs, and just refresh them for people on ARM?
RPM OS tree from 2022.13 to 2023.4. So this should include that fix then.
Oh, yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
I'll go ahead and reboot. See what happens. All right. hopefully.
You're the difference between like an engineer and a community manager, right? I was like, oh, this is fixed, and I would have just rebooted. You actually went and checked the version numbers and stuff like that. Where I tend to YOLO. So that's
Well, I
why
just want to make sure.
you're
I just want to make sure it actually updated.
that's why you're the tech lead.
Hardly.
Have you ever set up ARM stuff before? What's your
Oh yeah.
what's your feedback so far on setting this bad boy up?
So
Let's see what,
I love ARM. I love all the weird CPU architectures that aren't x86 64. I spent a little bit of time doing like PPC 64 EL, like
Little
Big
Indian.
Iron,
Yeah, we did
Big
that
Iron
together.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I love the ARM architecture as well. I did a lot of ARM stuff for that company. I did a bunch of networking things. Everything was ARM. Lower density and better power consumption. You can pack in more things on a lower watt rack.
Yeah. Let's kick out the rebase and then we'll
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of ARM socks in general.
Yeah. Up the font size a bunch. Yeah. It's the
All right,
40s
so-
that get you with the eyeballs.
We'll run this again. I'm gonna make it just one smaller. I
Yeah.
Those
See how it says
little
chunk layers already present? What does that mean?
was already downloaded though, so it's just needs 5
Nice.
layers basically. So needs about half a gig of layers.
Yeah, that's our changes, I bet.
Yeah, it's whatever that weird layer got hung up on earlier.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Someday we're gonna have Z standard container diffs. Someday, but not today.
All right, staging deployment. That's a good sign.
We're always moving fast here. That's a fast hardware, dude.
I mean, yeah, Apple did a bunch of little Apple things, but it's still ARM. The GPU is the more impressive thing, but the Apple M2 CPU is really just the RISC-V ARM architecture with probably some little bits here and there. And I'm sure the Psi Linux folks will go in all the weird and interesting tidbits that they changed on the CPU architecture, but yeah, ARM's just bunch of cores at low power consumption. You really can't argue with it.
It's nice because I checked today, and the 6.4 Linux kernel with a bunch more of Asahi improvements is in testing. That means this machine will only ever get better from now on for you. After we get it on the metal, you'll be done forever.
Look what I can boot into. Fedora Linux 38. You ready?
Yeah, do it.
So no fanfare.
I was like,
just press the button and go.
Yeah, I was like, I hope you're not surprised because this is supposed to happen.
Well, no, I don't. I've never tested these images. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Oh no!
Display output is not active. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I haven't been paying enough attention. It may not. It'd be really sad. It'd be really sad if it did. Oh,
do it. Yeah.
Did it boot or did it fall back?
Do
That's
Neo
a new
Fetch.
wallpaper.
Do
Neo Fetch is on the. I gotta make a distro box for that, but let me just RPM OS tree status.
yeah, that works. Or Cadetsy OS release. That's what we want.
It's hanging. It's thinking.
Oh, because this is a vanilla main image. If we were on Bluefin, you'd have Neo Fetch. Got you.
Background, yeah. This is. I just stopped at.
Do stock for me. I forgot
Stock
how to
Silver
use
Blue
stock
main.
Fedora. You poor people.
This is it,
We got you.
right?
Yeah. Do Cadetsy OS release. Yeah, that is definitely. Remember what we said last time? The Docker registry style of URL there versus the.
Yeah.
And then do a uname A. There it is.
Fedora
There she is.
6.3.8. AR64 Silver Blue.
Now, what would you be missing? So Firefox should be ARM, right?
Everything's ARM.
Yeah. Is there such a? Here's my question that I've always asked. I'm sure Firefox has one, but what major stuff doesn't have ARM binaries? So your Firefox, is that the Flatpak one going about?
No, it's not because again,
Oh,
it's a
no,
stock
no, no,
Silver
yeah.
Blue image.
Yeah, stock silver blue.
But I can remove this and install the.
No, because it's on the image. They don't.
Oh yeah, I gotta like.
Yeah.
I should have built.
That time is better
image.
invested
Oh, man.
fixing the build.
Yeah, getting the
So you
build.
just get
consistent.
Bluefin.
Okay. Well, Flatpak install something then.
Oh, Yuki Dream says FlatHub Firefox doesn't have an ARM build, unfortunately. Do any of the other browsers on FlatHub have an ARM build?
I don't know. Hold on, I gotta. Firefox.
Let's go to FlatHub. I think Chromium does. They say.
Will I be able to see that from here? Chrome.
Oh, go to github.com/FlatHub and then search for Chromium, and then that you'll be able to see the manifest and stuff. If you want to, show people where to find this kind of stuff.
Apologize for the screen resolution. It's a MacBook Air, so it's a very tiny screen. Am I searching for
down.
Chromium? Oh, in here?
No, not in here. Yeah, scroll down. Right up. You want to do the repo search right there. Find a repository.
Oh, I see. Sorry. It's also got the
Yeah,
reversed. Hold on, I gotta fix this or I'm gonna go nuts.
Oh,
I can't do natural scrolling. My brain doesn't work that way. I'm too old.
Magic touchpad. I might give natural scrolling a shot
That's great.
because I've always
More
hated
power.
trackpads.
More power to anyone that wants to do it. I can't. No, where's the trackpad?
Oh man, what are the chances you don't have the driver for the touchpad because of that special Mac
I'm using it
stuff?
right now. Oh, I wonder
Yeah,
if
but
it's
isn't
in the
there
main,
some kind of not
What if
haptic?
it's-
There's a.
What if it's in this setting? No, here's correct. Up is up and down is down. I said it here. Sorry, that was rude. It's my style.
I agree with you. I have a ThinkPad, so this entire thing is.
This is for the mouse. There's normally a way to change the.
Yeah, we did it last time.
I know. I can't. I don't see.
I
where
would
that
plug in
is,
a
though.
mouse. Otherwise, you're going to
You
go
know what?
insane.
That's a great idea, actually. I'm gonna just do that.
Yeah. I actually travel with
No,
external
I can't.
mouse.
My mouse is USB-A.
Living that Mac lifestyle.
I've fallen into a. I'll just leave it alone. It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
Chromium.
And then look for this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would I know what the build is?
In the manif.
I'm learning today. So
meta info. One of these YAML files.
Open meta.
Hey, Jim Lau. Yeah, we are on a VM. What happened is, let me update the crew. Marco just went and bought a Mac today. We did a one-off build on an Equinix Metal Ampere Ultra 80 server, and he did a one-off, and we're testing the image in the VM. And then the next video will be get it in the metal. We didn't want to blow away the metal if the image didn't work, and it appears to be working. So next steps will be automate the image build, and then you want to put it on the metal, right? You don't, or are you going to?
I'll probably do the automation first so that we can get nightly builds of not just silver blue, but also Kino white and all the other base images. And then once that's done, make sure Bluefin and Bluefin DX so I can get an image that I would drive in a real world scenario. And then I'll blow away the metal. Probably like a week or two from now, we'll do a blow away the metal or boot camp or whatever. If you have a Mac and you're watching this, tell me what I should do to get Linux on the metal. But
Jim, do you have a spare Mac I could borrow? I will return it. I need an ARM Mac.
Okay, so there is ARM64 references in here. Oh, only ARC. So I guess I think Chromium has ARM builds. Let's do a Flatpak install from here. Here.
You might need to turn on FlatHub.
Yeah, I gotta put Flatpak remotes.
LS. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Dash LS. Yeah.
Holy cow.
No, that's not the remotes. The remotes are like URLs. Those are like the packages.
I typed remote LS.
Can you autocomplete remote for me? Remote info? Oh, just Flatpak remotes.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's no boot camp on Apple Silicon machines. So I'll do some research later. I'll figure out. Maybe this is the way I can just load an ISO in through the USB-C port and just read it.
Yeah, can you like DD these things?
I don't know. I'm lost. I don't know.
We're in entirely new ground here.
It is. This is uncharted territory for me as far as flashing. I'll ask Sandy. Sandy will know. She's done this.
Yeah. Plus, someone will figure it out because this Fedora has to figure it out, right? We'll just do our
it doesn't
business
have
after.
to. I don't know if Fedora is targeting people that run. Oh, we should get the Asai people. They probably figured this out, of course.
There's a way the Asahi people do it, but I haven't tried. I'm pretty sure. Here's what we're gonna do: is we're gonna socialize through our social networks that we can get people the coolest new Linux stuff on ARM. If we can have someone help us figure out how to do that when we get there.
Yeah.
So
So
have to automate stuff.
I do know what Jim's referencing here because on the Macs, specifically the Macs, there's different things you can do for Intel Mac versus ARM Mac, where you press a key combination and you get like a recovery. There's like a separate recovery EEPROM or like a EMC data pool. So if you do wipe away the Mac, you can always restore it by pressing the hardware combination. It's a hardware trigger, not a software trigger, to get into the recovery system. And I think in there's the ability to like boot from an ISO or something as well. But Jim's right. The Asai people, as we mentioned earlier, they'll have probably documented this already. We just need to follow the instructions and just read the manual.
It's good to see you, Jim. Jim's a friend of the channel. I'm sure he's celebrating Ferrari's win at Le Mans. Antonio Giovinazzi. Dude, I'm so happy for that dude.
Okay, here.
Just follow the FlatHub instructions. Yeah, click
I'm
that.
getting there. Yeah. Oh, sad.
That's an unfortunate place to be right now.
Oh no.
Oh, dude, open up GNOME software. There's like a click toggle button or something.
Is there? Okay.
There should be.
Gonna be typing GNOME. Yeah.
Let's do it. Go into the hamburger menu. That should let you turn it on, I think.
Software repositories. You're right. Yeah, Jim. If you want a Suzuki every auto, I got you. Flat hub. This one? Fedora Flat Hub section selection? dlflathub.org?
Yeah, I mean,
Third-party repos?
Just turn it on. Chrome. Just turn it on and see if we find Chromium, I guess.
Just turn all the options on.
Yeah. Hey, Eeyore Syndrome. Yeah, Plasma lets you just click to enable FlatHub. The problem is that we only made one image or one off just to test it. We haven't. What we need to do is once we connect all the stuff, everything you'll just get everything. And if you have a Mac, you'll be able to do that. But by then, Marco,
I have FlatHub
yeah,
now.
you got the filter though.
Pack, install.
Let's do Flatpak search Chromium. Just trust me on that.
I'm trying to computer. I promise. Now the stress of knowing everyone's
No, you're expecting to say Flatpak install Chromium. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna work. See, that's why we fix all this Flatpak issue for you in Universal well, not these images. This is why I fix it in Bluefin so that you don't have to deal with any of this.
This one right here.
Yeah. If you have to do all this stuff all the time, you'd hate the Flatpak command line, right?
So Flatpak.
So I'm just going to remove your need to use it. That's what I'm going for.
All right, install.
Yeah, look at that.
So yeah, B. Hiddleston, thanks for joining. We are on the Mac. We're in a VM on the Mac. So while this is installing MacBook Air with an Apple M2 Silicon, this is using a virtualization software called UTM that I've never used before, never ever heard of, but it's free and open source, or at least it's free. Yeah, it's built off QEMU, so I trust it. And then we installed
that bad boy on the Metal.
Yeah, we installed Fedora 37, and then we rebased to the one-off Silverblue main Fedora 38 image.
Mm-hmm.
The universal blue Silverblue main image.
Right. Wait, not all ARM. Like if I got the ThinkPad X13, the ARM one.
Yeah.
Do I still need to do that complicated boot thing, or would it work like a PC?
Yeah, you'd plug. Yes, if you
plug in a USB stick. So I need to find a ThinkPad X13.
Yeah.
Is what I need.
The X13S with the ARM chip in it.
Yeah. I didn't know they used the same model numbers.
B. Kettleson, wait like a week or two, because we've only built this one image.
Yeah.
So
and it's not on the Metal. We're not on the Metal yet, right?
We are not on the Metal. It's not this one.
Yeah.
It's this image. On the ARM thread, they get up discussion. So it's just this. It's not Bluefin. Sorry. Not yet. Soon. Very soon.
Yeah, but if we had the bare metal install, you could always install it, deal with it, and then someday rebase. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wanted to. Yeah.
So Chromium launched on Flatpak just fine. I guess it's really good. If I do Flatpak search though, I should find it'll filter out things that don't have ARM. Like I'm not going to accidentally install an x86 package.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing.
No, yeah, correct. You will not. Yeah.
If I search Steam, for example.
You might have an opinion though as the Yafty author, because the URLs to install sometimes are architecture specific. So like in Yafty, and you install Firefox, and there is no Arch one. We're gonna have or ARM one. You're gonna have logic there, and we're gonna have to have logic. If anyone's interested in helping out in the main repo, we don't account for architecture in the packages.json. So when we were doing this build, Yeah, it actually failed because it has Intel media drivers, and that failed the build.
Driver. Yeah. So for this is like a behind. So I'm happy. The one-off ARM image that we built on the Equinix Metal servers works on. Well, it works specifically on the Apple Silicon because of the Asahi Linux project, but it works on ARM. It'll work on any ARM64 architecture now. So I can go and. Like I'm done. We can end the stream now, and we just I'll go back to automated builds. But
anybody have any questions about anything? Actually,
I'm here to try. I'm here to try all the things. But what George is referring to is if you go to the main repo, this is where we build like the universal blued quality of life based images. So this is where we build the Silverblue main, the Kino White main, the 8 other images that come out of here. I always forget the names.
Yeah,
but
just say if it ends in dash main or dash NVIDIA.
Oh, you know, we can just look at the packages actually.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
these come out of this main repo. So Kino White, Silver Blue, Base, Foxite. Yeah, looking good. Mate, Lex QT, Cercia, Foxite. So these basically are the stock upstream images with the base quality of life changes. So we install a bunch of packages that just make sense for what we believe is a good core set of things like DistroBox, FFmpeg,
thumbnails, man.
Thumbnails.
People have been adjusting thumbnails for the past 2 days trying to get it right.
And then we have the ability to install certain packages for variants. Like you wouldn't want to install GTK3 theme in Kino White because KD versus GNOME bases. The thing is that we don't have it we don't split it out based on CPU architectures yet. So the biggest problem we have is this one, when we were building the images, we had to modify it manually. libVA Intel driver, and there's another one in here, Mesa VA drivers free world, or there's another Intel package in here. I have it documented somewhere. Like they can't be in here. They fail to build. There's just no ARM64 package in the RPM repo for it. So if anyone's interested, that's definitely something up for grabs and making this architecture aware.
Also, a reminder if you join late, Linux, the kernel 6.4 has a bunch of more good stuff that people want in there. So like this is, we can't give you bare metal tonight, but we're off to a pretty good start considering. You didn't know anything about Armor Max either. Neofeach.
I know I spelled it wrong and now I'm stuck checking out the tree. So what a beautiful tree. There we go. I know I'm not gonna layering packages is
dash apply live.
No. I forgot about that flag.
Hey, if you use RPMOS tree interactively, you're in for some pain.
What I should do is build my own.
God, Pearl.
Wait, that's a lot of. Hey, you know what?
Just do it. Do it.
This VM's gonna get destroyed when I'm done testing, so I don't really care.
Yeah, and also people are like, oh no, if I layer RPMOS tree reset will always take you back to what you need to do.
That's true.
You know what? I do pin images and I take a snapshot and stuff, but I never actually have had to use it in anger. And I have like 12 machines in this house that I'm constantly always messing with.
It did not like that. So no NeoFetch. I guess I could put in DistroBox, but
dude, that's way faster. No, Control C.
I don't have DistroBox on here.
Toolbox create.
Oh yeah.
Oh, just hit Toolbox and hit Enter.
It'll pop me into a normal.
Just Enter or create. Yeah.
Oh.
Toolbox create. I don't know why this is not animated, man. Like. Oh, this should pull an ARM toolbox.
It should, yeah. Well, I hope it does.
Are they publishing ARM images for containers?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, something happened.
There you go. DNF install NeoFetch. Sudo bang bang.
Got me. They got me again.
I know. They always get you.
But yeah, I think this was a success.
Yeah. Now, remember last week when I said hit Control U to go into your Ubuntu user space? I took you right in. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's where I think they should go. And if we do Bluefin, theoretically, when we install Fleek and DevBox, you should just have that. Brian, right? Should that work?
Bluefin works. You can just press Control U. I did it on the DX version.
No. I'm talking about. So Brian's thing is like Nix packages and stuff with Jetbox or Box. No, that's DevBox from Jetpack. Man. Now run it. There's a real one right there.
Container image AR64 running in QEMU.
The reason I ask is if there's something you can't get on ARM, what's the Nix repositories ARM situation? Does anyone know?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because if you have that, right, then
So I'm gonna sound. Hopefully, B. Kettleson's still hanging out, but I'm gonna sound a bit naive in that. So I know in like Homebrew, for example, Homebrew is another possibility as well because Homebrew will build taps for different architectures.
yeah, we're doing that for
Right,
sure.
right.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Nix is doing a live compile on your machine or if it's pulling down a prepackaged like quote unquote tap or what do they call it? They're not taps. They're
Bottles.
bottles.
No.
Yeah, a prepackaged
That's another
bottle for the Homebrew.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if you're. I'm a bit naive on the Nix stuff. I don't use it very much myself yet. So if it's compiling locally, then as long as you've got all the dev packages, you should be able to run most things.
Do you see what Determinate announced today?
No,
They did a Nix caching GitHub action. Yeah, so like so if you're doing builds with the Nix caching, that's just blammo.
Nice.
Like apparently build times are just like totally shredded. That sounds amazing. Yeah.
That is amazing. So
that's it.
This is it. Hopefully next time we show this Mac, instead of it being in QEMU virtual machine, you'll have Fedora on the host.
I'm gonna see if I can get us some ARM hardware. Anybody knows some tech nerds that might want to donate something?
I want to try these next. Now that I got it working here, I don't have to worry about.
And Intel, if you're listening, if you send me a NUC Extreme, I will not do that.
I was like, wait, the NUCs have ARMs? No, you're talking about the i9
No.
NUC. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
what I do want though, I think we want a NUC Extreme for is with that Arc GPU in there. You know how all that enablement is going into the kernel as well, right?
Yeah.
I want to have that next to my AMD machine, right? And I got the image, and I'm just swapping back and forth. I'm gonna have like 3 KVMs in here. I'm for it.
I can't
Oh, build
find it,
something. Can you
Oh.
build something?
Yeah, what do you want to build?
Oh no, we're in a VM. We'll do that on the Bear. We'll do that
yeah.
on the Metal. Yeah. All right, I think that's it then. We'll get this thing up on YouTube and hopefully the start of our ARM journey. We're gonna call these. How are we calling that, Marco? Monday. What are we? Garage days.
Garage
Since Marco's
days,
in
yeah.
his garage, and we're gonna do garage days. Oh yeah, these are gonna be great. Thanks everyone for listening in, and stay safe out there, y'all.